Hello, everybody. Thank you if you are tuning in for this live, and thank you if you're watching this on VOD. This is the second game in the Honey Bunches of Hope charity stream, and it is the second event on day 2. So we're a little bit over half of what my overall goal was for this particular fundraiser. So I want to thank everyone who has been donating, and I want to thank everyone ahead of time who's going to donate during this amazing stream. If you are looking for the rule book on the system we will be playing, please stop looking because this is an original, the equivalent of a one-page TTRPG that I created that's currently being called Making It. It's a music based TTRPG that focuses on um, simplifying a system into having 3 stats and also a lot of role play, improvisation, and a lot of fun for everyone. So we'll delve into that in a minute. If this is the first event that you are actually watching as part of Honey Bunches of Hope, this is a 3-day charity stream to raise money to purchase gifts for the teachers at Brian's house. And this year, our gifts are going to be in the format of equally divided gift cards for each teacher so that they can purchase what they need for their classrooms. In previous years, I always took personalized wish lists from each of the teachers and went out to buy as much as I could from the stores and then delivered it. But it's 2020, so that's not really something we can do. If you don't know what Brian's House is a local North Texas charity that supports lower income families that have children or family members with medical challenges, disability, neurological, and neurodivergent conditions. They started out as offering the daycare and respite care for children or children with parents who had HIV and AIDS because no other daycare specializing in ages 0 to 6 in affordable ranges would provide that care. And now they've really expanded to providing and supporting so many other little angels. So I always try to help them out each year if I can. They get a lot of community support for their social programs, for the families, for the babies, and so on. And I always want to make sure the teachers aren't overlooked as well. Because there's some things that, and if you are a teacher or you've ever taught, there's some things that you find yourself needing that aren't on like the school or the main organization's webpage and stuff. This is the stuff that we need. There's always these surprise things like bubble wrap and command hooks. So every teacher knows their classroom best, and they only have about 6 classrooms at this particular school. So we're going to do what we can to help them out this holiday season. So thank you so much for your support. Disclaimer, like I always have to give, I am not employed by, affiliated with, or directly associated with Brian's House as an individual. This is an individually ran fundraiser that is being done with their knowledge and approval. But you can't like go to Brian's house and say, "Hey, what about that Honey Bunches of Hope charity stream?" No, that I'm not at that level yet. So this is something they're used to me doing each year. But I don't work for Brian's house, and I am not soliciting funds for Brian's house. With that legal stuff out the way, we've got a wonderful cast and a wonderful game to get started. The game itself is a one-shot adventure that I did write for an advent calendar for Greenleaf Geek. I think that's the name. Oh my god. I hope that's Greenleaf Geek. If I'm gonna double check that. But I wrote it for their advent calendar. It's a wonderful one shot. Several other people are going to be playing it tomorrow on a completely different stream as well. But it's system agnostic. So I'm also going to show how it's possible to write a system agnostic one shot that will work for any system that you pull up. Without further ado, I'm going to let each person introduce themselves, tell everyone who you are and where they can find you online. And then we'll get into this wonderful adventure of Hearth, Home, and Happiness. And we will start out with Breeedo.
Hi, my name is Breeedo, and you can find me on Twitter at Breeedo_. I do a lot of TTRPG stuff over there, and I do illustration, cosplay, all that great stuff. So yeah, and also my pronouns are she, they, and I'm gonna be playing a character called Areza. So yeah.
All right, and August.
Hi, my name is Joji, or August J, as it's written there. You can find me at Spitfire Sensei on Instagram, where I used to cosplay.
Spitfire Sensei on.
Mostly inactive. Also, August Sensei on Twitter, but it's mostly a K-pop stan account, so like, you know.
Okay. Shareef.
Hey, I'm Shareef, everybody. You can find me at Shareef Jackson on all social networks, SHAREEF Jackson.com. Shareef Jackson on all social networks, ShareefJackson.com is the website. You can also find me on Rivals of Waterdeep on Sundays on twitch.tv/Rivals of Waterdeep, playing with my crew and various other articles and stuff like that. So happy to be here.
Yay! And last but certainly not least, someone I have been wanting to play with for a while, just like every other one of these individuals, Wally.
Sup, y'all? It's your boy Wally. You can find me over on Twitter at Wally132, WALLE 132, like the cute little Disney robot. I usually am playing Mask over at the Killer DM channel every other Sunday. And you can find me on other bunch of channels randomly playing TTRPGs. Don't have my own Twitch stream yet, but maybe I will one day. I don't know. But yeah, I am very excited to be playing this and getting to play with all these people here at the table.
All right, I am updating the stream info because it's still showing panel information. So I was hoping to get that done before everyone finished talking, but I'm slow. 1 second, y'all. Honey bunches of hope, earth happiness, because we're not doing the panel right now. And done. All right, that should be updated. Let me get out of Twitch before it makes me freeze for 20 minutes. All right, everyone. So, everyone who is watching, I would like you to introduce you to a very special community in YouTube's new hottest fusion group called Deep Freeze. This is an eclectic mix of amazing performers, including the uncomparable Azria Whitley, a singer, a black goth goddess, the adorable, somehow, ball of sunshine that is Felix Hope World, the industry darling that hasn't been heard of for quite some time, Duante Bello, and of course, the cherry on top of the sundae, the known in the b-boying community, in probably now known in the b-boying community in a completely different way since he joined this band, is Shombasa. Yes, these are the members of the new group Deep Freeze, who have gotten their semi popularity from singing a cover of a very well known song on the soundtrack of a well known movie, but this was not actually on the original soundtrack. It was added on one of those special edition soundtracks where they have random bands that you may or may not have heard of covering specific songs. Now, if you ask Sweet Cream Records, they will tell you that they owned the original, at least part of the melody that was used in this power ballad in a very special cold themed cartoon put out by a very amazing company. But for legal reasons, nobody really speaks on that. They had their song, they're very popular on YouTube amongst probably viewers 13 and younger, people who really love this movie. Outside of that, if you say Deep Freeze, it's more of a Deep Who? They've put in hours. Lots of money has been put into promoting and producing this particular group, but they just can't seem to break mainstream. I mean, they do have a music video that's played on like MTV and everything, but it's like during those morning cycles of a whole bunch of different music videos, and everyone's like, "Hey, I heard that song on that movie. This is a different take," and then going about their normal morning business. They even did a tour of schools and some children's hospitals and so on, performing this wonderful song, Lost in the Woods. And yes, they signed some autographs and had some fan signings, which really meant that they were there. They had a table and people walked past it and sometimes asked for autographs and sometimes were like, "Hey, were you here for the. Oh, what were you here for?" Again, they're struggling, not for lack of talent, but more so because the company that they work for that put them together, we won't say they're bad at managing their artists, but they had Duante for several years, and he never had a solo or mixtape or anything drop for a significant part of his solo, and I say that in quotations. What do you call that? Career? Yes, that's what everyone has right now, a career. So, with the shooting the music video and the going on tour and being announced as a group, they're finally getting to go on vacation. Now, they don't have a huge tour bus. They could have done the huge tour bus, but it was the tour bus or the luxury accommodations. And wanting to stay somewhere comfortable, the decision was made. Yes, there was a rental car. And as our adventure starts, we are outside the rental car location as people have their bags getting ready to get in their SUV rental car, um, and dealing with the age old question, who is going to drive? And that is where we start our adventure. We'll go to each person, let them give us a brief description of what their character looks like, and a little bit of how they feel about their music career so far, and what their contribution to this conversation about who is going to drive happens to be. And we'll start with Duante.
All right, so Duante is a tall individual. Definitely looks like very young in the face. Looks like he has been training in dance his entire life. It looks like he was training in dance to compensate for the fact that he has got those super long, lanky limbs and needed coordination with them. Currently, right now, he's wearing he's pretty much wearing like nondescript but really fashionable clothing. Like, you know, when someone wears like a black hoodie, but you look at that black hoodie, like, that's a really nice hoodie. It's one of those kind of situations that he's in right now. He is currently he's currently sitting with all of the suitcases and sitting on top of his suitcase and kind of going through his phone and liking any post that is relevant about the group to try to help and boost their clicks. Right now, he's currently feeling slightly frustrated, but he's also enjoying this new group because he's frustrated that he was never used by the company, but this is now the first time that he's now finally being put out there. So he's excited. It's not what he expected it to be, but he's excited for all this.
I was on mute. Already then, we'll move to Felix.
Felix is a young boy who, well, probably looks maybe a little bit older than Duante, but also at the same time like a human pixie, so you can't really tell how old he is. He is really bright-eyed and excited about what they're about to embark on, because I guess he was just a YouTube mukbang channel that just somehow found his way in this musical group, but he's so excited to like learn how to do everything, including drive.
And with that, we'll move over to Shombasa.
So Shombasa, because they're not on stage, he is wearing the kind of clothes he used to wear when he was, a little bit younger. So what he's wearing looks completely outdated. Um, so his clothes are, I would say more of a 90s, early 90s / late 80s era clothes. They're a little bright. He's wearing, like there might be a jumper with one strap off, and that kind of stuff. He basically looks like he has a very large bald spot sort of in the middle of his head here that he's trying his best to contain, but it's not really working. Um, and he is definitely trying to drive. He's putting his vote in to be the one that is driving.
And last but not least, if this was a camera, it would pan to our Black Goth Queen. Give us a description of Azria and uh, the state she's in.
So, right now, she's probably the one that's putting gas into said car. She's she feels like she's stuck in her life right now because she thought that this band was going to be bigger than it was, especially with their hit on said soundtrack with said track. And it didn't work out that way. And she is in no way, shape, or form blaming her bandmates or anything. She just feels like in her moody self that it's her fault. So you see Areza, and she is wearing, of course, all black. She's in fishnets, and she has like this cute little skirt on. And she currently has on some all black Vans as well. She's wearing like just a t-shirt, like a black t-shirt with the band's name on it, and like weird vibrant colors that don't really make any sense for this band. It's one of those things where she got like a custom made shirt for herself because, they don't really have any official merch. Um and Areza is like, aside from the band, like she has a pretty good following as far as like Instagram and everything. You would probably consider her like an Instagram model almost. But she's the kind of person where she's like, I'm humble. Like I don't actually have that many followers, okay? So like she's an adult version of the emo that everyone was back in middle school, and that's her. That is Areza right now.
So as you stand around the van deciding who's going to drive, and it seems like the keys have been given to Shombasa, you have a tiny little manager named Clement who comes out of the little rental booth, and they're like, okay, so here's the itinerary. Hands over to and whoever will grab it, the itinerary. Here's the, oh god, I forgot. So yeah, I thought it was a resort. It looks like it says mo. You know what? Just drive, and we will call and let you know after we fix the issue with the resort. Um, there's only one camera coming with you. Wait, no, two cameras that are coming with you. But if you guys want to do like vlogs, I've heard vlogs are really big these days. They kind of help with the following part of it. Yeah, this 3-day vacation, and then we've got a couple of new songs that have been sent your way that I feel really good about. Like I feel really good about this, and Clement felt really good about the last song. You know, um, and Clement is always feeling good about it. But Clement used to be the went from virtual assistant to actual assistant to now one of the producers that works at Sweet Green Records kind of just promoted him to manager because a deep freeze was put together. So Clement's still figuring out this manager thing. So it'll be good. It'll be bonding. Like everyone says, the bonding part is so important with the groups. And I guess I'll see you in 3 days. And drive safely. There might be a blizzard, but probably not for like 6 hours. So you're good. You're good. All right, everybody feel good? Everybody good? Deep free, like deep. Are we gonna do it? Are we gonna do a cheer?
Hold up. Hey, yo, what up, Bello gang? This is me, your boy Bello. We're over here. We're about to go on our trip. Rolling with me and the crew of Deep Freeze. We're here. We rolling 4 deep. I can't wait to hang out with the rest of y'all on this trip. Shout out, hashtag and like Deep Freeze. What up? What are you saying, Clement?
Yeah, that's the spirit.
I got one question, Clement. Is there a map? So I could look at the map to plan out our route.
I'm sorry, a map.
A map, like I just got the keys. I don't really trust the GPS thing. Can I just get a map?
Where we're going? What's the name of the place?
You said it was a what?
Mozort.
Mozort?
Yes, a Mozort.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, Golden Crown Mozart.
Oh, Mozart. Named after Mozart.
Wait.
It's the classical themed place.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's the. I was just going to give you the. I didn't get a map. Like I don't, but I have the address. If anyone can use the GPS.
Well, when I used to tour back in the day, we always had a map, and we would break it out and we draw our routes on the map and we note any stops and gas stops and things like that.
I can put it in my phone. It's not a problem. I can just put it in the GPS.
I mean, if you want to do that, that's okay, but you're not getting the real tour experience.
Do we have time for the real tour experience, though?
I mean, just saying, the last time we had the real tour experience, he told us he had to make a stop over every single block when we went through New York City, like every single block, because he had to point out the history behind every single street corner.
It's true. It's important. And now that we're going to be inspired by the classical masters, if we're going to the Mozart Resort, there's going to be a lot of history there.
Mozart Resort. I've just never heard of that place before. Are you sure it's like not sketch or anything? Like we can trust this place?
I mean, they wouldn't give me information to give you that wasn't good. I don't think. Do you think they give me information to give you that wasn't good? Like, do you think they're trying to? Do you think they're trying? I'm trying the hardest I can.
And Areza walks up to Clement and just like, it's okay, and she hugs Clement and is like, okay, it's okay, it's all right. I know we go through this every single time we are out of town, but we trust you. It has nothing to do with your ability. It's okay.
I need to get a selfie with Felix to put on the stuff to say still happy.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, it's a lot. Like, I wish I could be going on this vacation with you, but apparently I have to go back to the studio and get the songs. There's these overseas people came and they were like, "Hey, we've got some new music," and Sweet Cream was like, "Oh, great, because we're not getting much from this country, so like we were gonna try some of that."
Yeah, actually, I was going to talk to you about that because I was thinking, I think it would have been better if we actually laid like a sick rap over the power ballad next time. I don't know, just something you could.
Yeah, to make it hip, right?
Well, I mean, we would just need a rapper, though. We don't have a rapper in our group.
We lack a rapper to do anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think any of us rap.
I mean, Felix is good.
Yeah.
You rap?
I mean, what is trying to learn how to, because I want to contribute more than just, sitting here and being pretty and looking like a fairy 2 hour 13 and under fans.
Okay.
I mean,
if you want to write some 13 and under raps, sure.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can play some Kids Bop. Oh, sorry.
I mean, we could. I was kind of thinking we could do like a cover of a Kids Bop song.
Isn't technically a cover of a Kids Bop song still technically a cover though?
Yeah, but like we can like do a cover of Kids Bop, so it's not kids, but it's like not adults either, but we are adults, but
So
we're
so what you're saying is you want to do a cover of a song, but you want to skip the middle in between process of covering the Kids Bop song.
All right,
yes.
so you obviously have a lot to discuss. And I mean, I've heard Felix practicing in the studio. And your studio is, again, it's a growing company. So it's not hard to hear when one person's practicing and one and someone's not. It's growing. So I think, was it laying down the fire tracks? Yeah. Is that how they say that?
I guess I didn't think you were rapping, Felix. I thought you were just talking out loud rhythmically to yourself.
Thank you.
Yep, that's how it starts. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. You've got a huge adventure, on your not an event. Was it an adventure? I don't know. I'm gonna go now because it's getting cold and I'm not a cold person. Send me lots of pictures. Take selfies. Remember to charge your phone. You've got our emergency numbers. You've got the address, and yeah. And Clement gives you a thumbs up. Okay, 1, 2. Do we do the 1, 2, 3 thing yet, or are we just?
I don't think so.
Bye, Clement.
He just goes to Felix and just gets his desk from Felix and just says,
Oh, right. Bet.
And Clement trundles around, and you all can load up into the van. And when you do put in the GPS, it doesn't give you a location. It just confirms the address. You know, when you put that GPS in and you're expecting like the location names to come up, but it just still gives you the address. That's what happens in Ezrea's GPS. But it's an actual address. Who's riding shotgun? Who's controlling the music? What's the there you go. What's the van situation like?
Devontae definitely sits in the back seat, and he, as soon as he gets back there, he starts taking pictures, taking selfies of himself, and taking pictures of the crew, of the band loading up into the van in kind of like a candid photo way, and then starts sending that out and tagging all the band members and doing hashtag deep freeze, all and attaching it to all of their social media accounts.
Alrighty then. I want you all to do what is going to, while Shombasa is driving, you all have the flexibility to do this. I want you all to do persona rolls for me.
See,
That's the D8, right?
It's really good at that one.
And just count up your successes.
2 successes.
Okay. 3 success, okay.
1 success.
Okay. So I don't know how Duante feels about this, but some of the pictures that he sends through, all of a sudden on certain social media things, there's a new hashtag that starts popping up about, hashtag Felix, hashtag, we're traveling, hashtag deep, like it starts to spread. Um, Yours does too. Like there's a hashtag Duante, and for a minute in some of the not super popular but still successful social media apps, y'all become kind of a trending topic about road trip, make sure you step away and all that type of stuff. And you see a little bit of movement in the social sphere, and your stuff gets picked up by your fans, of course, immediately as soon as something about you comes out. No new engagement, but you have a pretty consistent fan base that is always going to read Bird app or share or whatever, any and everything that comes out about you. Um, Including all the comments about the should have gone solo or you are our queen and all that kind of stuff. But you're used to seeing that.
Yeah, I'm used to it, so I just like go, hey, what it do, baby? Check it out. And I lean over the back of the car and I just made myself laugh. Wow. I lean over the back of the seat to Areza and I show her our sudden surge. I'm like, check it out.
Oh, that's so cool.
So I figure we could start to taking pictures and putting it out there. It might help us. Just saying.
So Areza's the kind of person that she keeps the band separate from her platforms.
Yeah.
And it's not like intentional, but she
Mhm.
just has never put it on her. Like I'm sure it would probably help them significantly, but she just I mean, I could probably like tag the band in a post on my like personal Instagram or something. I can try it.
Ooh.
Like, I'm just staring at her, thinking she's gonna do it like right now.
Oh, right now. Okay. I can do like one of those boomerang things where it can like. Okay, so she like takes her phone out and she just she does like okay, all right, everyone smile, and she like does the boomerang thing.
Are we still driving? Sorry, I had to stop for a bit.
You're
Okay.
driving.
So I am driving. So if you're getting me, I'm really not. I'm trying to pay attention to the road.
Yeah.
You just get your back. That's
Oh
it.
no, but he's got the bald spot.
Oh yeah, yeah. The bald spot is visible. It's definitely visible,
Oh,
and I'm not wearing a hat. So
yeah, I could totally put it in like Adobe After Effects and like just edit it frame by frame, and just I can do that for you if you want me to. It'll take a minute, but I mean, I don't know. This is like the prime time to like post on Instagram, and if I miss this window, then it's not gonna. It's up to you.
I mean, if you well, what we could do is we could pull over. I have this Kodak one-shot camera in my bag. We could take a photo. We could stop at a Walgreens.
Wait, hold on. What?
Give them the camera. We can wait an hour, and then we got photos.
What's a Kodak?
I'm posting the bald spot. I'm just gonna do it.
What's a Kodak?
And she just presses post, and she's like, "I'm sorry, I got really pressured, and it just happened." So
Imagine the confusion of both Felix and Duante as they're like, a what? I think I saw this once. There is like it's a really trendy thing. Like I've seen a band. They're like taking like real They really still. I thought you had to be rich to get something like that.
Instantly, Duante already starts a new TikTok where it's like, my guys, my bandmate he just said the word Kodak. I really think he just made up the word right now just to confuse me. I'm going to look it up later on. Like and follow for part 2 of this.
Hashtag Kodak.
Hashtag Kodak.
Sweet.
As you've been driving somewhat for a while, like the GPS, I'll say was pretty steady. All your exits and everything. It's about a couple hours into the drive when you notice that the GPS starts to do that thing where it's like, in 500 feet, turn left, there is no left. Recalibrating. In 500 feet, turn left, there is no left. Recalibrating. Recalibrating. Route has dropped.
Oh my god.
I told you we
Okay.
should have got a map. You can't
I am-
trust.
No.
these
I mean, okay. You know what? Let me
Mm-mm.
just
I am too
restart my
black.
phone.
I am too black to be stuck out in the forest like this.
Yeah, can you describe where we are? Are we like in the middle of
And
nowhere?
as you look out the windows and notice, you are everything around you on the other side is just white and ongoing. You see
Oh,
sort of the shadows of some trees, and you were driving up like a mountain range, and you can kind of see that there's some dirt-ish roads that start to lead down into a valley area. But outside of that, it's just stretches and stretches of white. And you see a large sign that just says, "The Tulip's Throne" in 2 exits. "The Tulip's Throne" in 2 exits. But it's a really outdated kind of billboard.
Mhm.
And it's dark and it's cold.
All right. I think we should just head to wherever this place is and see if we can maybe ask them where Mozart's is.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable like driving out in the snow for this late and just like zero visibility.
I mean, do you want to just stop in a cold car and sleep? Like, I think we need to go.
Mm-mm. We definitely need to find a place. So I guess we can go to this rose, whatever, tulip spot.
Also, is it throne like THRONE or like
Yes.
throne like
Okay.
the verb? Okay.
Throne.
All right, throne. Okay,
Tulip's
got it.
Throne.
Okay. Yeah, let's head to the throne, Tulip's throne. And then I'm gonna drive along until I guess I see where the exit is for it.
All right. Now,
It's
what's
drivable,
everyone
right?
thinking? Yes, it's drivable.
Yeah,
What's
okay.
everyone thinking in this moment? We'll start with Felix.
He is kind of overwhelmed, but like also I don't think he knows where they are. Like not even just like specifically, but like he's not used to snow. And he definitely missed the memo of where they were vacationing. So I think he's just making sure everyone doesn't get too upset and worked up in the car.
All right. What's going through Ezra's brain?
So now she has her headphones in and she's listening to music. She has her head kind of like leaned against the window and she's just looking out at the snow. She's trying to stay calm. And usually when she's overwhelmed, she just listens to music and she writes songs. So that's what she's gonna do. She's just gonna start writing songs.
What's going through Duante's brain?
Duante right now is trying his best to maintain his levels of composure because one half of him is kind of nervous that he's never been this far out in a snowstorm before. So that's kind of making him kind of nervous because he grew up in the city. But also, he's kind of like trying his best also to do his best to continue trying to boost up the band. by sending out various tweets. He started the hashtag deep freeze snow watch 2020. And can I make a performance roll to see if he gets deep freeze snow watch 2020 funding? Oh gosh! Actually, would this be a passion roll? Because I have a lot of drive here to kind of get this done. Oh, one success.
No, you do not. Like it's one of those hashtags that you create, and it just sort of sits there. Like a couple of people are like, "Yay!" But if you search hashtag deep freeze snow watch 2020, it just takes you right back to your original post.
I swear under my breath because I'm like, should have made it 2 separate hashtags instead of 1.
And what's going through Shombasa's brain?
Shombasa really wants that map. So he's very frustrated. But at the same time, he's like, he feels like he's like, he takes comfort in the fact that he feels like he was right, but he doesn't quite gloat about it. Like he's kind of like just driving with that kind of silent, like, yeah. So he's just trying to pay attention to the road and get us to somewhere that's safe.
All right. Now I'll paint a picture for both the players and the audience right now that as you drive, there's almost this dreamlike beauty that is exposed before you as you go further into the valley. There's a place where snowdrops grow, peeking like sentries from a dusting of snow. This is where whispers of heather cap pink against white with shimmers of purple in the right sunlight, but there's no sunlight, so they start to gleam ever so slightly in the moonbeams. Pansies appear colorful and bright in a valley of memories of beautiful sights. This is the valley of winter's dream between Mount Glint and Mount Gleam. This is where this new story begins, in a place where laughter started and in a place where laughter did end. So, in the vehicle of choice, on a trip to a place that maybe you would call home, this is a welcome detour of cobbled road, and maybe once upon a time this was the rumored place to go. It's tranquil and serene, with a small town feel. Here's a few huts and an inn, so yes, kind of a familiar feel. And you see one or two individuals out there tending to beautiful flowers, and they stand up with the way that some people that have been bending down in a while do to look over towards this SUV that's suddenly coming down the road in a place where you see no cars. There are no other cars in this whole space. I mean, they just sort of squint, and there's 6 little huts off in the distance, and they all form a horseshoe around this large establishment with a sign outside that says the Tulip's Throne. And that's where you are.
Can I? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Very, very important question. Do we have signal?
Would you like to check if you have
I
signal?
would like to check if we have signal.
You have about 1 bar.
I grab Felix. Felix. Look at your phone, Felix.
I was trying to make a duet to your TikTok.
I stare at Felix for a bit. I'm kind of like taken back. I'm like, oh, really? You follow me?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Do not follow me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is, look, we only got 1 bar here, and I'm kind of worried that we do not have signal deep out here.
No, I was going to make a cover of Into the. Doesn't this remind you of the first movie from the soundtrack that we did a cover to.
This does remind me of the first movie of the soundtrack that we covered that we can't legally oblige to say on the screen right now. But I'm just saying is we don't have much signal out here, Felix. I don't know if I can handle that.
Sometimes you just have to unplug, and I'm just like kind of looking at Shombasa to see if like he's approving of what and kids just use too much technology these days. And sometimes you just got to use your Kodak and
yeah. So we're are we stopped so I can like interact?
If you stop the car, yeah, you can.
Yeah, because I'm assuming we parked at this place or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like I like turn around and like I'm like, I'm glad someone's been listening to the wisdom I've been spitting. I bought this Kodak because I thought they were coming back. I heard all these kids talking about Kodak Black. I was like, oh man, there must be a new Kodak out. So I went through my stuff, got this out, and strangely, I heard all these people talking about Kodak Black, but I haven't seen that many Kodaks. But don't worry about the signals. I'll get more than enough content for us. I'm sure that if I give the camera to the hotel staff or the staff of the throne, they'll be able to. Usually you can do that. Like they'll get the pictures for you for a nominal fee. So it's fine.
They just do that.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to pay him a little bit more, but I'm sure Clement will cover that. I'm sure we have a tab. We have a tab, so don't worry about that.
All right.
Yeah. So, do y'all want to pose for a picture?
Yeah.
Perez is knocked out. Mouth open, breathing hard, knocked out.
Like your headphones still on?
Oh yeah. So she hears none of this.
Yeah, I have a sense. I'm like, have you been aware of any like
no.
Are you aware of the GPS?
I don't even know where. Like she doesn't even know. She don't even know.
you might think we're at the Mozart when you wake up.
Right?
Like,
exactly.
Oh, we're here.
I'm kind of here for how unbothered she is right now.
Yeah.
We're in a whole other realm. That's where we're at. So.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess we look to see. We got to see who's here, and ask for some directions to the Mozart, or we could. Well, I guess we probably can't stay here, but we can at least ask.
As you're discussing, all of a sudden you hear a jarring at the front of the side of the van. It kind of shakes it a little bit, like someone doesn't know their own strength as they knock at the door.
Felix lets out a very high-pitched scream.
Okay. I'm gonna roll down the window. But like only like a little bit, like I'm gonna roll it down only like a little bit. Like,
and all of a sudden they were knocking at the side panel where the car, like the side doors are on the van. But when you roll down the window, all of a sudden there's this face that's just mostly beard, long white beard, and tiny eyes, and a big knit like cat, like black and white and mixed colors cap on his head. Not that many teeth, as individual smiles. Eh? Is trying to go to the inn?
No, we're trying to get to the Mozart actually, and we're looking for some directions.
Mozart. I think he's been dead for a while. I'm so sorry. Do you want to come in, have something warm, and we can talk about it? And you swear you see a small bird peek out of the beard.
Oh. Well, I mean, we'd really like to get on our way, but at the same time, I'm a little famished. Do y'all have any food in there?
Oh yes, Auntie's made plenty of food, but you might not want to leave tonight. I think it's gonna get super cold.
Oh, we're fine with cold. That's fine. I mean, I'm sure because you recognize us, right, by our name. Like we're good with cold, right?
Your name?
Yeah, us. It's us.
Oh, great. Wonderful. All right. Y'all, so get your bags and come on in. And I'll tell Auntie to put 1, 2, 3. Is that one sleeping or is like Mozart?
Knocked out. They
No,
knocked
no,
out.
it's been a hard day. But we have to get our own bags. Is there a bellman?
Give me a second. Let me see something. Looks over her shoulder. Oh, Leandra! And you see someone else whose hair is pure white, worn in pigtails with all these ribbons and so on. An older lady, significantly older. She's dressed in like a knit snowsuit and these thick, like pink galoshes as she half waddles and half makes her way over. Yes, they said they need some help with their bags. I don't know why.
Does this woman look old?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Does it look like she's gonna get our bags?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna leap out of the car.
I get out of the car. Instantly start helping with the bags. If it looks like this wonderful old lady's gonna try to help us.
Yeah, that's okay. Also, I just I mean, we don't have to introduce ourselves, obviously, but do you have a name?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm Uncle. And you could swear, when if you get out the car, you see his beard is almost to the ground. It's white and long. And yes, that is a bird that peeks back into his beard. And then there's another fuzzy face that peeks out a little bit lower. Might be a squirrel.
Face?
Like a little squirrel's face peeks
What?
out the beard and then ducks back in as he says, I'm Uncle.
All right. Well, Shombasa thinks he's like seeing things. I don't think he really believes it. He's like, oh, I've been driving for a while. Can't be it. Hi, Uncle. Uncle something or just Uncle?
I figured by now I'm somebody's uncle, so I just use Uncle.
Okay. Well, we'll take our own bags. We don't need to, harm this poor woman.
Oh, she's fine. Leandra just says, I don't know. I don't think I can say. That's a very big bag. Where? It's not a sack. It's like a. Is that a bag or is it a?
It's a suitcase. It's a suitcase, Cece. Wait, you not know what a suitcase is? Where are we?
Why the little? Does it roll like a carriage? Like
it rolls like a
carriage?
It rolls like because it has wheels. So because if it's too heavy, and he starts demonstrating how like the wheels work. It's like this.
And you see her waddle over. She said, hold it still for me. Hold it still. And you see she's actually trying to climb up to see if she can sit on it. She's okay. Now.
I move it.
Move? Oh my goodness! It's like a. You've put the horse and the carts together.
Hold on 1 second, man. I walk over to Shombasa. Shombasa, where'd you drive us?
I think they're Amish, possibly. I don't know. I wanted the map to avoid situations like this. We don't have it. How else are we gonna get there? Like your favorite GPS isn't working.
So the map wouldn't have helped either. Maybe I don't know.
Sure, we could have routed ourselves around.
Probably okay. But all I'm saying is we are in a place where they don't know wheels or small suitcase wheels.
Yeah, but what else are we gonna do? Like, there's a blizzard happening. We can't just drive. Just drive and hope for the best. We need a plan.
All right. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with this. All I'm saying is, if it turns out in the middle of the night, there's some kind of weird thing where they say pops up and they say, "Oh, we got cookies for all of you," but it turns out the cookies are made of us. I'm gonna look directly at you, and he walks back over the suitcase.
Felix has climbed up on a suitcase as well. Is waiting for Duante to come back to pull him and the little old lady.
You see, Oleander gives you, I know this is going to be so much fun. Now, in my day, the horses and the carts, they could move because the horse was separate. So the horse moved and the cart moved. But I think now it has created equity between the person who is riding and the person who has to pull it.
You have horses?
Yes.
Are they also in his beard?
No, they couldn't fit in his beard. Only the small ones sometimes get lost in there. You might get, no, you won't get lost in there. I got lost in there once. She hops down. Not really lost, like tangled. But I was trying to help Auntie wash it. And it's a whole thing. Come on in. And she's looks to the bags. Are they gonna move on their own? Or are you gonna
I pull the suitcase with Felix on it while Felix pulls their suitcase.
that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna wake up. Yeah, I'm gonna nudge. I don't know if I need to roll to see if I can wake you up or not, but I'm gonna.
It depends.
It depends on how knocked out you are.
Or are they?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna just try to do a little slight nudge.
Okay.
And she just
All right.
Did she sleep through me screaming too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God. Okay, so I'm gonna take her headphones off, which I know is a bit of a violation.
So
but we can't leave her in the car.
Yeah, as soon as you take out the headphones, she's like, "What's up? What's good?"
Oh God, do you sock me? Like,
No. She squares up, but she doesn't like hit you or anything. She's like, "What's up?"
Okay. Sorry. I wouldn't normally do this, but we had a little malfunction. But we need to get out of the car and go into this place and get some food.
Oh, are we at the Mozart?
We are not. But we had to make a stop first.
Where are we?
Not sure.
And we're going into this random place to eat.
Well, I mean, the GPS stopped working. We didn't get a map, so we don't know where to go. This is the first place that we saw off the highway, and we know that there's going to be a blizzard soon, so we're kind of stuck, you know.
I think I need to. Yeah, I think I need to take a minute. I need to like center myself, and then I'll be in there.
Okay, well, we'll be right here. I just didn't want to leave you sleep.
No, I appreciate it.
All right. Later.
I just imagine how calm this is. He's kind of leaning over the back seat. Like, where are we? I don't know. Okay, I need a minute. Oh, all right. So I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, I feel like this has been a thing over our touring. Is like you saying I need a minute, and the rest of us like okay, like no argument, just. Like, you know. So once I hear that, I'm like, all right, bye. I'm out.
So inside is probably like nothing that Felix or Duante has ever seen before. It is the most quaint, directly taken from a storybook like inn, with a large fireplace and a couple of little tables. There's like a kitchen and then the small dining area, then the staircase that goes upstairs. But it's this storybook like setting, everything made out of wood. And you hear the scrambling of little claws as this almost mastiff sized fluffy brown dog comes running out the back. happy, tail wagging. And there's a tiny little cat curled up near the fireplace, and a short older woman with snow white hair and these bright eyes, face full of wrinkles, and a bright crooked smile. And she's like, "You brought me babies!" And she's just kind of excited as Dante and Felix came in. "Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Come in, come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. I made food. I cooked some food. Come on, come on. Are you hungry? Are you cold? Are you tired?" And
Yeah.
Yeah, to everything. We're just making a quick stop. We're hoping you could help us get to where we need to go, to the Mozart Resort. So if we could get some directions and maybe some food, we'll be on our way.
Mozart. Did they tell? Oh, and she looks at Uncle, almost heartbroken. I think he passed on a while ago. And
Yes, but this is like the resort, like not the person. Like we're on vacation, because we've been
so you
touring
came
so
to
much.
see us?
No.
Oh,
Oh, you can see us.
Yes, yeah. Didn't you come to see us? Do you have a map of the area, or can you tell us how to get to? What's the closest resort to here? How about that? Because maybe we got the name wrong or something.
She just blinks and looks between you. I'm going to go finish cooking. We have a delicious something roasting. Does anyone here just eat vegetables? Because we've got some roast vegetables too. And I'm baking. I've got some cookies, and I've got some pie.
I slap Shombasa like,
Well, they can't be they're already baking.
maybe it was whoever came here first. You don't know.
Well, you can ask. You can ask them.
What are you roasting, by the way?
Venison.
I never had venison before, so I could be tempted to have some venison.
Yeah.
And then we have some, what is it? We've made some warm rice, and I've got some roasted vegetables, and I've got only 4 pies. Only 4, but I can make another one if I need to.
Are there any other guests here?
No, everyone has their own house except for people who come to visit us, and no one has come to visit us in such a long time.
How do you stay like Jabaz was thinking about the business case for this inn, and he's like, well, is this like, do you go off of visitors? Like, is that how you run your business, or is this more of like you live here and just invite people in?
No, I think the premise of just building a place that you just lived in and invite people in might seem slightly suspicious. And then originally our business plan did involve profit, but this is not a prime real estate except it's so very beautiful. So most of the time
Sweet.
people only come here when they've gotten lost. So
Oh, okay.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Uncle comes in, and we apparently know them. They are us. And she goes, "Us? Yes. I know sometimes we forget things, but they are us." I think it's like
Actually, we're called Deep Freeze.
What?
Deep Freeze.
Well, we haven't had a deep freeze in quite some time.
No, we're a band. We're called Deep Freeze.
Maybe show them.
Oh yeah, I go up and I just do a quick little dance move to show them our skills.
Give me a performance check.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, because if you do one, I'm definitely gonna have to do one and try to do it better without a doubt. So
And Areza's snuck in
Mhm.
at this point, and she's kind of just chilling back, watching.
Ooh. Got two
Got
successes.
2 successes.
Yes.
Okay.
all right, well, I'm going to 2 successes as well.
All right. So you will dance and impress these two, this elderly couple, as they're just staring at you, moving, and they just. Oh, talented. It used to be different when I was younger. There used to be a lot less individual body part movement and more waltzing. But you've got whatever it is. I think they're a troupe, like performing troupe.
That's right. That's us. We're a performing troupe. We're called Deep Freeze. Is the name of our performing troupe.
Do you all dance?
No, well, we kind of all do.
Yeah.
In a sense, but I mean, there's 2 of us are real main dancers. You know, over there she's the lead singer. Puts her Reese over there who's just chilling. And Felix, he does a little bit of everything. Even though telling me he should learn how to rap because he's really good at rapping and he doesn't doubt his own skills. But that's the thing, he gotta work off his own, self-improvement and self-discovery. But whatever. The point is
so quickly, young man. Just have a seat. I'll get you some food and I'll go make sure the do you need 1 quilt or 2 quilts? Some people are a little bit colder and they forget to restoke the fires in their rooms. So, are you 1 quilt or 2 quilt people?
Is it like what time is it?
It's dark outside.
Oh, okay. I look to the rest of the group and I'm like, I know we brought our things in, but do we want to stay here? Like, do we
have a choice?
I mean, yeah, do we?
I guess not.
I don't know.
They do have a puppy.
I feel like there's some off energy going on. I don't know.
Just like driving in the dark in a place we don't know.
In the snow, especially.
In the snow,
Yeah.
Do we get our own rooms?
How much? Now, a troop normally has like 10 or more people. There's only 1, 2. There's only 4 of you. How many rooms would you need?
4.
There's 2.
Oh, there's 2 available rooms.
Yes. Maybe we could do. We can move that stuff out there. We've got 3 rooms.
Oh no! If you have to move anything,
You don't have to do that. You don't have to move things around.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. No, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we'll just buddy up.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just buddy up. We're fine.
1 quilt or 2 quilts?
Oh, you know me. I'm all about that 2 quilt life.
The 2 quilt life. That's all. Oh, that's so.
Yeah.
And all about that 2 quilt life. We want
when
extra security.
When Shombasa hears that, he kind of pokes and is like, "Write that down." Like that might be
I write it down. I write it down. Like I pull out my phone. Like new song ideas. 2 quilt life.
And you've got the large dog is running around sniffing and acting super excited, and the cat has not moved because it's a cat.
Yep.
Oh, there was a cat?
Yes.
Oh, he instantly is like already looking at that cat the entire time while everyone is talking. He's just doing this like.
The cat's it's a tiny cat. You'd think it's a kitten, but then like after a minute you can tell it's a fully grown cat. It's just small. And it doesn't need the entire rug in front of the fireplace, but you get the idea since the dog doesn't touch the rug, nothing else is on the rug, that this is the cat's rug. It has designated this is my space. and just stretches out, sprawls even more dramatically as you stare at the cat. And Uncle goes, "Oh, that's Paws. He's a little. He's a little. That's Paws, our little prince. He pretty much owns the living room area. All right, I'm gonna go put the quilts on the bed, and Auntie starts to get your food out little bowls and setting the tables, and the dog is excited and knocks a few things over. How do you all settle in for the evening?
Can Areza take pause?
Mhm.
Okay. She's gonna walk over to pause and like she's gonna hold a hand out to see what his temperament is before just grabbing a random cat, of course.
I need you to roll either persona or passion.
Ooh, I'm definitely rolling by passion. Okay. Oh goodness. Here we go. Okay. 2 successes.
Okay. If the
Sweet.
cat doesn't seem aggressive, if you wanted to pick the cat up or move him or anything, he doesn't look like he'll attack.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna pick him up and I'm just gonna cradle him like a little baby.
Oh, sweet.
The auntie instantly goes over to the cat also and just watches her pick it up, and he's just like holds his finger out so the cat can sniff his finger, and then he just like gently tickles its nose, and then scratches behind his ears because this is the highlight of his weekend right now.
And you flash back to a memory when they were describing everything that you cannot have in the dorms. And when they got to pets, and there may have been a back and forth, but what about this? No. But what about this? No. And it even went as far as, but what about a fish? No. Like Cliffman tried. But there are no pets in the dorm. I don't know if any of you have ever tried to sneak them in there, but that was probably a point of contention at some point. But on that note, is there anything else you all would do before finishing up your food? And she feeds you. She's got that grandmotherly spirit that the moment it seems like your bowl is even close to empty, it's been filled back up. You've probably not been this well fed since you started touring. Because there's no budget here. She just lots of food, desserts, warm cup of cider, and just doting on you all like your family, even though they still aren't quite sure who you are, but they're acting as if they do know who you are now. They
All right.
really don't. They're still not connecting deep freeze with troop and all the rest of that, but you all looked like you needed help. So that's what they did.
I would have gotten my phone out and recorded a vlog / mukbang of us eating all the food.
And it's on the other side, you start to get comments about it's lagging. Why is it so laggy? What are they doing? But it's that flicker frame kind of thing. Like you don't know anything is wrong from your side.
Yeah.
But people now they're like, are they? What is happening? Are they eating sick? But it's not a failed live. It's just you cannot tell that it's not going through very clearly. Reception is.
I have definitely taken a selfie with myself, Ariza, and the cat. There was definitely a selfie of us and the cat. There had to have been one. Also, there like one with the cat, and definitely one with the dog. And I hashtagged it a deep freeze paw gang.
Give me a performance check. So
Yes, that's what I'm looking for.
That one's got a trend. That's a good one.
That one has a trend.
It's got a trend. It's pets.
Successes.
you You get hashtag deep freeze Paul gang.
Yes.
It's basically the pictures. It's like one picture is myself and Ariza like posing with the cat like next to the fire. Like we're doing like the album cover pose where it's from the ground up. Like I put the phone on the ground and then we both crouch down next to the cat and I pose it. And I even do one with Shombasa also because I feel like he would definitely want to be in on that kind of picture.
Oh yeah.
So we do that kind of picture. And then there's a picture with me and the dog. Like I'm laying on the dog's back and I'm just like looking at the camera like this. And the dog is looking all derpy up at the camera.
Yeah, Areza looks at Duante and is like, "Can you send that picture to me really quick?"
I send it to her real fast.
As you all are taking pictures and recording stuff, this older couple is occasionally like, I think maybe it's like a magic stone. I don't know what they're doing. Relax. This is probably some new type of technology. They don't look hostile, but I don't know what they're doing. Just give them some more pie. Like, just like, and they come back out smile. All right, we're gonna get those rooms ready for you, and then Uncle and I are gonna turn in for the night. Do you need anyone? Do you need extra firewood for your rooms?
No, I think the two quilts should be fine, right? And is there heat in the room or is it just fire?
There's fire in the room?
Huh?
There's just fire in the room?
Yeah, there's a fireplace. We tried to stop. We've tried to have them going for a while and have the door shut so that the heat gets trapped. But I just didn't know if you wanted extra firewood in case it dims during the night so you can stoke it.
No,
Yeah,
I think
I
don't know.
I mean, I'll personally take some for whatever room I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Allowed to use a fireplace like this?
I might just ask for another quilt if it gets too cold. It's fine.
Oh, that's okay. I try to make a tradition out of making. Had you come 3 weeks ago, you would have been able to come in and contribute pieces, and we'd have made another quilt together. It would have been a whole thing. I know. I'll make sure that you leave with some worn quilts when you do, because you look like, with a name like Deep Freeze, cold must be a concern. So I'll make sure you have some quilts when you leave.
Oh, it's really nice.
I am writing that down. Yeah. Deep freeze, cold must be a concern. What? This writes itself.
That could
track
be
3.
That could be a diss track, definitely.
Nice.
You'd be like, the cold never bothered me anyway.
We are getting
I keep telling you. I keep telling all of you. I said that before the movie came out. I said that and I coined it and they took it from me.
Yeah, it was like your catchphrase.
That was your catchphrase for the longest.
Now you can't use it anymore because they think you're biting it.
Exactly.
All I'm saying is we could put a diss track against them, but I'm saying is we shouldn't put a diss track against them. But we could do it.
Good.
Night falls. Who's rooming with who? How's this going?
I think definitely Duarte is from Boston. Definitely share a room.
Okay. All
right. Each room has a couple of beds that have been made like from trees. Like this is everything in here looks like it's been handmade, carpentry and so on. Some thick quilts, a small fireplace, a little wash basin. There's no restroom in the end, so it's probably, if you do ask about it, they point you to the outhouse. But outside of that, each room is very quaint, very simple, and they leave for the evening. And by leaving for evening, one moment you see them, and then the next, the dog is sleeping near the fireplace. The cat is sleeping on top of the dog. And, food and stuff has been put away, and uncle and aunt have retired to their rooms. Is there anything that you all would like to do before going to sleep?
So, since Areza is rooming with Felix, after they like get settled and everything, she sits on her bed and she looks at Felix and she's like, "So, like, do you have like anything that you've been working on, like any raps or anything like that?"
Yeah, yeah. Actually, when we were just downstairs, I was thinking we could write a song about wanting to be a cat or a dog. And then we could maybe we could I don't know.
Wait. Did you see that Cats movie?
Yeah.
So like, okay. So so you say, maybe we could like dress up as our metaphorical cat selves, because you know how everyone has like a deeper meaning to themselves. Maybe we personify it as a cat and we can dress up as those cats.
Is that what the movie's about?
What is it about?
I don't. I thought you just. It was just so deep. My mind just.
Yeah. So cats and dogs, great, cool. I'll sit down and think about it, and I'll see what lyrics I can put around your verses and can make it work.
I would really like. I think it'd be a great idea though if Duante and Shombasa dressed up as cats and had a dance off.
Oh, that's sick. Okay. All right. Yeah, we can talk to them about it tomorrow. Maybe come up with some hashtags too for Duante.
Ball game's already taken off. Maybe.
I like that. I like that. Now I feel like I can go to sleep. Good night.
Good night.
And she literally puts her bonnet on and she just lays down and goes to sleep. That's me.
Felix is gonna gently beatbox until he falls asleep.
Beatbox himself to sleep. That's awesome.
Sleep beatboxing.
That is terrific.
That is adorable. Because I just occasionally Duante waking up with his camera. This is what Felix does in his sleep. He's beatboxing in his sleep.
Exactly 100% that. There is video record of him doing that.
Ooh, I love it.
I think Duante is like getting ready for bed tonight, and he looks over at Shombasa. It's like, not for nothing, but this was actually kind of pleasant.
Look, I know you're trying to be sarcastic. Look, it's
No. I'm not being sarcastic. No.
Look. Here's the deal. We either need to have this out or we need to squash this. I'm getting tired of dancing around this. And I'm not trying to use that pun either.
Right. Cool.
But are we gonna be cool? Or do we just need to just have it out?
Look, I'm gonna be real with you. It's been an honor working with you.
Oh, you've never said that before.
Look,
you're usually trying to one up me every time.
Yeah, because I gotta put that front up for I feel like I'm always on all the time, because I was part of the company, but really wasn't doing anything. I feel like I'm always being looked at all the time by everyone. So I'm always in band mode all the time. But like for real though, I was excited when I found out you were part of this group. Because I mean, I've been following you since like back then. I mean, you were one of the dudes that got me inspired to do what I wanted to do.
All right. Well, and you've kind of lit a bit of a fire in me again. I'd gotten kind of tired of this stuff and thought I had kind of seen everything, but you've been coming with some new stuff, some new moves, some energy. Kind of got me wanting to try some new things again. So
Man, look, there's times when I'm always trying to, mimic what you do. I mean, remember the video we did for the song? And remember that one scene where it was basically like you were like, "Oh, Duante is just imitating Usher in that one video, but with Snow." No, you remember that one set you did at Summer Jam '92?
Yeah,
That's what I did. That's what I was doing. I was doing that.
Oh man, you know what? I think I didn't recognize it. Because I was heavily influenced by beverages during that performance. But now that you mention it, I think I got you. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Summer, they all get kind of mixed up. Like when you've been in so many summer jams, they kind of all blend into each other. Okay, cool. Good. Well, that makes me feel a lot better, man. And then he's gonna reach out with like a hand, like his hand out, like he wants to do like a handshake or a dap, and he basically
I give him a dap.
All right, yeah. So we dap it up. I want to do a what kind of role would this be? I guess it would be a performance role because I imagine I try to adapt the old way. like one day trying to adapt the new way, and I want to see if I actually pick up and can actually do adapt that people in this era would recognize. So so I'm gonna roll performance.
The funny part, this is like a real struggle too.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. Can I do a performance,
Yes.
or would it be something else? All right,
I did performance.
This is like a legit real struggle too. It's not even.
It's
like
a real
fake.
struggle. This is real talk. Ooh, I got only one success.
Duante, do you want to roll performance to see if you can try to save the dap?
I will try to save this dap.
Hashtag save
I got
the dap.
one performance also.
It's like it's a very awkward attempt. I mean, heartfelt. Like y'all just had a heart to heart. Like this real, like in the movie, they would be this backing, like this music that swells, and you'd be like, yeah, and the camera would pan in this dramatic way. But hopefully not zoom in on that dap because you go in to do it one way, they go in to do it another way, and it just doesn't match up. And thankfully no one was there to see that.
In the back of their minds, they're probably like thinking that same thing.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, whatever that was,
that was something. I mean,
that was something.
That was something.
Let's just keep that between us.
Yeah, let's not let the others know about it because we will not let us hear the end of this.
Yeah, all handshakes from now on, which would be very formal.
Yep, formal, straightforward. But for reals though, I know this isn't all vacation that we're supposed to have, but that was pretty cozy and vacation-y, that dinner and everything.
Yeah, I'm like honestly, I just wanted to show them the address, get some directions, and move on, and maybe try to power it through, this blizzard or whatever. But I think this might have been a good decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get some rest so we can get ready to go tomorrow, right?
Yeah, man. All right, good night.
Night.
Yeah.
And as everyone falls asleep, there is a blizzard that hits. And you wouldn't be aware of that. I don't think any of you have ever been in a blizzard before, but it's one of those situations where everything is too quiet. When all of a sudden, all of you here in your respective rooms, there's a something hits the roof with a clatter. There's like a thump and a thud and like a record scramble, followed by the sounds of dismay and somebody cussing outside the building. But yeah, if all of you were asleep, there's all of a sudden a thud and and happening on the roof right now.
You heard that?
I'm like grumbling. Just some snow or something.
I pull the car back over my head.
Go back to sleep.
Yeah.
What about in the other room? Are y'all just out like lights or?
Areza.
Mm.
Did you hear that upstairs? There was
I
like
thought that was in my dream. What's happening?
well, we either had the same dream or something weird going on the roof. What if Twente's right? What if they're gonna make us into cookies?
So, Areza's gonna get out of bed quietly. Do you think we should like go check it out or something?
Yeah, but like also, what if that's what they want us to do?
I mean, if you're not gonna go, I'll go.
No, don't go alone. I'll go with you. Don't split the party.
I don't fear death, all right? I embrace it. So like, let's go.
So metal.
Gosh, I adore Reza so much.
Oreza's realness is just
It's the sleepiness of this vow of conviction, like, I don't fear death.
Yeah, that was great.
So, yeah. Do you just want to like sneak out there, see what's going on?
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
He's gonna like try to calm his cotton candy colored hair.
So Areza has like a plethora of black clothing, so she just throws you like a hoodie. Here, just like put that on and just put the hood up.
I feel so cool.
Areza has black pajamas, so like, and she has a black bonnet on, so she's fine.
the image of the bonnet is almost taking me out. Like just sleepy, waking up in the middle of the night. Just come on, let's go look at this. Just put on.
It's a sleepy goth in a bonnet.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And she has like black sliders that she just slides for the culture.
It's so real. Okay. Are you all gonna try to get Shombasa and Duante, or are you going out on your own?
Let's get
don't split the party.
What if we leave and they get baked into cookies?
Right. So I guess Areza's gonna walk up to the door and she's just gonna like lightly knock on it, like, hey, wake up.
Hey.
Wake up.
He gets out of bed, walks over. He has the two quilts wrapped around him. He opens the door. Like, what?
Did y'all hear that?
What is going on? Why are y'all
The screaming and stuff? We're gonna go check it out, see what's going on.
screaming?
See, so
It was
all we
like
heard was a
someone.
bang and screaming. That's what we heard too.
Yeah,
I'm tired though.
I mean, you don't have to come. We just wanted to like see if you wanted to
No,
join.
we'll come.
Can't split the
We'll
party.
go.
Can't split the party.
Do y'all need a minute to like
To like get
center
prepped.
yourselves?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
I
good.
mean, I have my tarot cards in the other room. I could like do a reading for you real quick just to make sure that everyone is on the same wavelength, to make sure that we're all connected before we go into this together.
I mean, now I'm straight. I'm just put some
let's
socks on or something because I don't want to walk around this bare floor.
just
I
get
also
this.
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's just get this done so we can get back to sleep.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because I also have crystals too that like, everyone can like have in their pockets and everything for protection.
To hit
I
them
mean-
with?
Hmm?
To hit them with?
No,
rock?
to hold in your pocket.
I mean, if you offering,
Yeah, I mean, if they help you feel safe, then sure, go grab the crystals.
And before you can even finish the sentence, she's gone. She goes down. She's all giddy and stuff.
This is like a puff of smoke, and
It's like anime action lines. Just
It's the mental image of the bonnet and the sliders, and then the person wrapped up in all of the blankets from their bed to go open the door. Just head popped. What do you want? Like,
I'm not saying that I didn't like deeply root that in my own experiences, but
that's real.
that's real. So you've got crystals in your pockets,
Mhm.
and you're gonna head outside now, right?
Yes.
yeah.
As you go through the living room area, you see the cat and the dog are just sort of staring at you like, what? And then just kind of laid back down again because they're also old. And you get outside, you see hanging almost not directly in front of the door, but to the left of the door, you see like maybe it's legs, but a whole bunch of dark fur, these shiny brown boots, like somebody is hanging off the edge of the roof.
Oh my god.
And you hear somebody yelling and cussing under their breath. Well, not yelling, cussing under their breath in that way where they're frustrated, but try not to be too loud.
My man.
You just hear a deep voice. Oh my goodness. Is there someone there to help? Is there someone? This is quite embarrassing.
I was gonna ask if you were good, but it looks like you're not.
I think my sleeve is caught on one of these severely outdated but jagged roof tiles that they have on top of this. What is this? Is this a house, a camp? Are you all
How did
part
you
of a
get
camp?
up there?
That was my next question.
Is there a ladder, or like I'm gonna look on the ground and see if there's
Nope.
like a ladder that fell or something?
There's no ladders, and as you look
Nothing.
around, you see that there's even more snow outside than there was when you went to bed, and the van is half buried in snow. And save from this, except for the sounds coming from the person hanging off the roof, all is quiet and calm. You can't see any more flowers like you did originally. Just everything is covered in snow.
Mhm.
And she's like, okay. Just if someone can help me down, that would be great. And it's a very femme voice, um, but it's a very large person. Large, like there's a lot of body. Like you're sure that you've only seen half of their legs, like that's hanging off the edge. It's just like, so someone can either climb up, um, uh, and help me get the sleeve. If you can help me get the sleeve uncaught, I'd be able to get down.
How would you get down?
It's not that long of a drop from here. I mean, can someone measure between where the edge my boots are to the ground? Because I'm assuming it's not even. It can't be like 20 feet or anything like that. Like it's
How many like is this in like 2-story? Like is it
it's a 2-story. Yeah.
and he's at the roof.
Mhm.
Like he's at the okay. All right.
Or on the ground.
Yeah.
That's pretty high. Okay. Is he near any of the wind? Like, is he near a window?
They are not near a window that you can see. They're hanging off close to where the entrance is. Like there's the roof edge, and they're dangling there. So when you look up, they're right there. But none of the rooms inside have windows at the front.
Okay. I'm gonna go inside and look for a ladder or something, and then maybe we can get that to get you down. So just hold on, okay? Sorry, I don't mean that as a pun again. Sorry, I didn't mean that
That's
again.
clever. That is clever, Shombasa. But if you could please,
Wait, how do you know my name? Who are you?
Who are you?
doesn't know you?
Oh, a fan. I see.
Let's call it that, and you can help me, please.
Okay. I look around and I'm like, I guess someone knows us here.
I look over at Riza. I'm like, did you bring some sage also? Because now I'm getting nervous.
You know what I was having on clutch? And she literally pulls out like a bundle of it from her other pocket.
Yeah, I'm gonna go inside and look for a like maintenance closet or some kind of janitor area where they would have.
There's a
kind of
storage
stuff.
room where they had like some of the firewood, and you see that there's a ladder like tall enough to get to the roof, like most of these cabins and stuff that are 2 stories might have.
Yeah, but given the nature of this place, does this ladder look like janky? Like, does it?
It looks like 2 pieces of wood with some things, with smaller pieces of wood put in between.
A bunch of branches. Wow, that's what we got. Yes, I'm gonna go outside with the ladder and say, "This is what we got." And I'm gonna try to set it up under this person, or as close to the person I can get.
I can't see behind my head, so I'm guessing you grabbed something wonderful that's going to, but my sleeve is caught.
Yes.
So like it's more like someone is going to have to come up here.
Yes, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna take the ladder up. Well, one of us is gonna come up on the ladder.
I'll go up on the ladder.
Wait.
Actually, I think Felix should go up. Yeah.
Let that look to it.
Yeah. I mean, this thing doesn't look that stable. I think that the smallest. I think that I guess I get a sense that you're probably the smallest.
You know, I mean, if someone holds my sliders, I mean, I can go up.
I'm not afraid of death either.
well, hold on. No one's gonna die here, okay? No one's gonna die here. But it's snowing pretty hard. Just want to, make sure we're.
Yeah, no, I'll go up. But they just said they couldn't see behind them. How do they know it was you? This is super sus.
Well, I mean, they heard the voice. I mean, I'm famous. I'm
No,
famous.
but
You're famous as being a dancer. No one knows your voice.
Well, I mean, every once in a while I'd have some ad libs, but
the thing is that no one in this world that we're in knows who we are. So also, why is he on a roof in the middle of the night?
Did we not think about that part?
I mean, we can't leave him there.
Why is he on the roof in the middle of a blizzard saying his sleeve is caught on some newfangled stuff?
You want to just leave someone in a blizzard to die?
Okay, can we just go up there and help him so we can answer our questions?
And I am cold.
Okay.
I'm getting overwhelmed.
Did you get dressed?
Are you still in the
or you're
quotes?
still in
You're still in the
you've got him standing out there in the quilts. You've got Areza in the bonnet and the sliders. You've got Felix in the hoodie with like cotton candy colored hair sticking out of it. I won't fear death either. And then you've got like Shombasa still in his equivalent of pajamas.
Yep. Yeah, I'm in like some corduroy jammies. All right. Well, who's going up?
All right, Felix. Let's get. I would say performance because you're going to have to balance and get it appear carefully. But if you have a good justification for a different one, I'm willing to hear you out.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Can we support the ladder and add? Like I'm not sure how the system works, but add some kind of either add rolls or modifiers or something to.
Yes, you can
if we're
contribute one
supporting
of your. You can contribute one of your performance dice to.
Okay.
That.
Yeah,
So
because like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely like to do that. I'd like to try to stabilize it on the bottom. Okay.
So then would I roll another one or would he roll one?
You can do it either way, but it would be an additional dice added.
Yeah. You can just roll another one.
I'll roll another one. Okay. 3.
3. Okay.
Ooh,
Like a spider monkey with all the grace and agility needed to go up this rickety ladder, you make it to the top and do not lose your footing on the partially iced up roof. It is precarious up here though. So now I need a persona or a passion check to actually try to see how the sleeve is caught.
That's 3 successes.
Oh yeah, you paying close attention to detail. You can see exactly where the coat has just been caught up on one of the roof tiles that was sticking up at a jagged angle. And it's gone through the material of this really dark gray fur-like sleeve. And you actually can see the individual. And she just looks up at you and kind of gives you a wink. This is an individual who is, you get the gist, she's probably around 6'5" and built like a bear. But she's got like rounded cheeks and like this bright expression that's not unlike like a happy bunny, sparkling green eyes, pure white hair. Some of it's coming out of her hood, like you can see it. It's wild and curly, and dark brown skin, weathered by age. So you can tell she's an older lady. And all her clothes is like this super soft looking gray fur, and like you saw below, she had those shiny brown boots. And she gives you a nod. Felix! Oh, look at you! Is that a new? Was that hair color for the tour?
It changed a little.
Yes.
bit.
Okay. Thank you. If you can help me get the sleeve.
What's your name?
Mine. Of course you wouldn't know me. They call me. Let's see. See, we all have stage names, but the last one I was using was Mama Mistletoe.
Mama Mistletoe. I'll repeat to myself, but loud enough that hopefully. Okay. Are you in a? Well, okay, we'll talk about it. I'm going to try to help.
And with your help, she gets free, and then all you hear is a sliding sound. She finishes sliding off the roof and then drops, but she lands in a purple, like perfect super hero pose though. Like she doesn't look phased. Comes back, dusts off her. Oh, that was in. Oh, Felix has to get down. normally don't run into people when I'm doing all of this. So, Felix, do you want me to come back up there and get you, or do you want to jump? I'll catch you.
No.
Okay.
Bye. I'll just
Yeah.
try to get back down the
Be
ladder.
careful.
Oh.
Be careful. Be careful. And she's just going to, oddly enough, you feel this sort of warm sense of peace, in her general area. And you're able to get down the ladder safely. And she looks at everyone. Oh, look at oh my goodness. Thank you. This is frankly quite embarrassing. But I don't know what I would have done, because I don't think Auntie and Uncle would have had the ability to help in this case, and then that would have been a whole thing. Oh goodness, it must be cold out here. It must be cold. Get inside.
It
Get
is.
inside.
And he
I'll
just
come.
instantly walks inside, like wrapped up. And it's like, it's too cold out here for this.
And she'll usher in, and as she says, "I'm Mama Mistletoe. I am so very happy that you all made it here safely. I was a little bit concerned, but
Wait, made it here safely. Did you know we were coming here?
I never quite know where people are going. Just that they need to end up there.
Because we kind of accidentally came. We didn't plan to come here.
Yeah, we're supposed
Didn't
to go
you have a map?
We had GPS. We had GPS. That's what we had. Shombasa, it was GPS.
Yeah, we did not have a map. And he
Yeah.
glares at the rest of the, the other. Yeah, we did not have a map. So we're just trying to ride out the blizzard and then get on our way. So we're staying here the night. But what? I'm assuming you've seen our songs. Like, you follow us on social media. Like, how did you? Yeah, like, how do you know us?
Well, this is what I can tell you. You all have a light in your laughter, and you make a lot of people laugh. Sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a way that's probably not as complimentary as you would like, but laughter is laughter. And that helps the stars twinkle, the moon shine, and the night know that it's okay to rest and allow the sun to peek from its nest. And the joy, that those who dwell in your plane of existence, it brews like a warm tea in their hearts. And it's something that other people crave. And I'm afraid to say, my job is usually to collect that warm laughter and that joy that people are brought and share it with the stars so that they can also benefit as they watch you all. But the blizzard really did a number on my sleigh. And one thing led to another, and the wolves fell out. One went one way and the other went the other, and so I'm gonna have to find that. But once I find the sleigh and I find the wolves, I'll be able to get back on track.
All right, there's a lot to unpack there.
Are you cold? I'm cold. And she
I think you
snaps
need
her
to lay
fingers.
down. I think you might be feeling some effects of the cold out there. Because you just dropped a lot. I just asked how you know us, and you kind of just went off. Do you want to take a seat or maybe lay down? Maybe, like, there might be some food still around. Possibly. Are you okay?
And she looks around. I'm fine. Snaps her finger in the fire, and the fireplace blazes back up again.
Oh, no.
I do need some help. I think if we split this work, I can be back in time. There's the sleigh that needs to be found. That's actually holding a collective amount of joy and laughter that I need to get up to the stars so that they keep shining. Or they're the wolves. Like, you're good with audiences.
Yeah, we are, but not wolves.
Oh, they are babies.
Also, how'd you do that with the fire?
I
Yeah.
don't know. It's like an inherent thing. Like, how do you dance?
Practice?
Exactly. We all have our talents.
I mean, I was just born this good, but whatever.
Ooh, this feels a little awkward. Yeah, I mean, you could go find the sleigh, or you could go find the wolves. I mean, we could meet back up here, and I could get back on. I will definitely be willing to pay.
What are you paying with?
I've been thinking. Your management company seems like the laughter and joy that you bring never gets up to the corporate level. They seem to be just looking at numbers and algorithms that really don't connect to the heart of things.
That's what I've been saying for the longest.
So, if I help you get your next mixtape out, pull a few strings, I think that would be, fair payment for helping to maintain the stars.
Wait, did the record label send you? Like, what is? Like, you're gonna help us get our mixtape out?
Yeah.
I mean, are you our new manager?
I would never take that on, but I can definitely pull some strings in my sphere of influence.
I mean,
You're not from the company.
No, I don't really get that much from your company when it comes to laughter and joy and so on, But you all brought that. I mean, you, Duante, there was so much laughter that I was kind of sad that there wasn't enough for me to actually swing by and collect. But since you've been brought together, it just seems like it's increased.
Brought
So,
together? Did you knew us before we got together?
I know everyone.
I mean, what's there to lose, right?
Sleep?
I'm tired.
Vibes,
Yeah, it's true, but I mean, if they're
it's a blizzard outside.
But I mean, look, we could at least help them with like the sled. At least I'm not going to fight any wolves or hunt some wolves, but I will help out, with a sled at least.
Yeah, I mean that's like the least we could do. We could
Yeah.
help, build the sleigh back up.
Okay. Do you have any idea where the sleigh could be?
Yes.
Do you want to tell us?
Are you willing to share that idea of where the sleigh could be?
Absolutely. Two things for a second. You know what? I'll just light the way, and you follow the little dancing lights, and they should.
So you know where it is. So you know where it is.
Yes, I saw it as I was falling.
So we just got to retrieve it for them. I mean, hey, if it's helping them out, right?
So wait. Sleigh. It's snowing. Rooftop.
They're obviously a wood chopper.
That's what I was thinking too.
They're obviously a wood chopper.
That's what
that's the only reason why I could think anyone would be out here in this weather. Like,
do you happen to know Santa Claus?
Oh, that fictitious myth created in order to promote capital. Look, I am aware of the individual behind that story. I go to winter retreats with him all the time. He's got a whole enterprise out there. It's a whole thing.
Oh wow.
Our wives spend a lot of time together, trading recipes and all the rest of that. But he doesn't really do anything. Like he's like, oh, I see you, and I had to tell him like that's creepy. Like I understand the gist of what you're trying to do. Like I'm comforting. I'm this, but that it's the opposite. What you're saying is opposite of that. So,
Okay. Maybe I missed this at the beginning. Is it Christmas Eve? Is it like the day that we're in? Or is it
it's a
like what
couple
day?
days before.
Okay. All right. So it's like today. It's like the 22nd. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. Okay. If you
Usually
do know,
go ahead.
it seems a little early, but we will help find your sleigh. We can't guarantee, and the wolf thing sounds a little dangerous, and we're not really trained for that unless we can dance battle the wolves or something. So I think the sleigh we can commit to the sleigh.
Brilliant. She snaps her fingers again. You'll see, I borrowed a little bit of starlight. Just follow the lights and it should point you in the direction of where that sleigh is. I'm going to go get the wolves before they get into trouble. I mean, there's only two of them, but they might be a little bit tired. I mean, they've been pulling a sleigh, so
Or hungry.
oh no, they don't eat anything on this plane.
This plane. Cool.
Okay.
All
So
right.
you were in a plane, and okay, all right, great, okay.
I don't think she meant that kind of plane. Like
Mm-mm.
another realm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, another plane is like when you're ordinary, when you're like not special, like you're plain,
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
no,
or
you're
like a
not
G
there.
plane.
No. Just keep on digging a bit deeper.
You're not there.
All
All
right,
right.
let's go follow these lights so we can hopefully get some sleep. like Shambasa's mind is on sleep. Like he is like I want like I help this person down. Great. Like let's just do this so we can get back to sleep. So yeah, that's what Shambasa's mind's on right now.
Do you all get changed or dressed or just go as you are?
I'm gonna get
Oh,
changed.
I'm,
Well, I'm not gonna.
I'm
Yeah, I'm not getting dressed. But I'm definitely putting something else on if I'm going out in the elements. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do the same. Not dressed, just like enough clothes that I can easily just go right back to sleep afterwards. But also, I'm still with the two quilts because I've gotten very comfy with those two things.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm putting on some Tims. Like I got the butters. like I'm putting.
I
some
kind of
Timbs on.
I kind of give Shombasa a bit of a side glance because like you rock and suede in this weather. I mean, come on.
I mean, like you said that the van is half covered, so that's like what, like that's like a lot of snow.
That is a lot of snow.
You know, so yeah, so man, I'm like, all right, let's hope it's not too far.
All right. So when you start walking, it has stopped actively snowing and everything is glistening and it's really beautiful. And she's like set up this path of these glowing lights that seem half suspended in air like tiny stars, like really minuscule stars, pointing you in the direction to go. And it's it's not close. So y'all are walking for a minute. It's about half a mile,
Okay.
away of walking. But there's this beautiful sleigh that is silver and dark mahogany, and it is a legitimate sleigh. She wasn't saying, "Hey, that's code for something." Um, and the reins have snapped, and so whatever was pulling this piece of the functional artwork has escaped. That was probably the wolves. But it's hardy and it looks like it was made to endure the harshest of weather. It doesn't really seem to be physically damaged, but scattered all about in like a 60-foot radius are these glowing small logs that shimmer like small, equally cut, like the same size, uniform cut nuggets of gold against the white snow. And So yeah, there's all these things that look like they fell off the back of the sleigh, and this beautiful sleigh.
I was joking about the wood chopper part, but this is kind of changing proof here.
Well, let's gather these things up.
Yeah. I start picking up logs.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to grab one.
The moment you pick up one, you get these warm tingles, this overwhelming sense of joy, like if a cup of hot tea or cocoa could like make you happy. The moment you touch them, you're just like almost overwhelmed with that feeling.
I feel like we're inside a snow globe.
That is the best way to describe this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this feels really good, but we gotta put these back in the. There's a bag in the sleigh, or
There's
is it
like a
just,
box. You see a few pieces that are still in there.
Yeah, let's just get these back in the sleigh. Even though I want to like take this home forever. Well, maybe we could keep one each. Like like maybe we could just keep one if we put the rest in there.
I feel like
I don't know. I think we should give them all back.
I don't think
Because she says she wasn't even from this realm. And if we mess with other realms and mess up
plane,
with
she said. Like she took a plane here, which
from it,
which is fair, right? I mean, it's better than renting from Enterprise. So,
from another
so I
plane
get
of
it.
existence, from another plane of existence. And if we mess up with the order of that plane of existence, it could affect this plane of existence.
Not familiar with that airline.
Haven't you ever seen Bruce Almighty?
Maybe it merged with United or something.
All I'm saying is this is one of those moments when all of Arisa's spooky stuff is kind of on point right now. So I kind of don't want to argue with what he's saying. I'd rather we just like listen to her because she came with the crystals and the sage ready to go, and we saw her come off the roof. So I'm kind of in her camp right now.
All right. So he starts to gather.
Maybe
them
we can.
Go ahead.
Maybe we can like ask her how she collects it, and then maybe we can next time we have joy and happiness, we can keep it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can ask her that when we go back.
Yeah, we could do that.
All right. I need you all to give me passion checks, please.
Okay.
And for the D4, you said it's one added.
So if you get if you have a 4 out of 4 in that particular skill, then you need a 4 or less, which means it's a success no matter what. But if you have like a 3 or whatever, it has to be a 3 or less, and so on that D4.
Ooh. I got 2 successes.
Okay.
3 successes.
Okay.
One success.
One success.
Did Arisa get overwhelmed by the warmth and love clashing with her goth side?
Yeah.
When Felix and Arisa finished like gathering their logs and putting them on the thing, they have the memory of that warm feeling and so on, but it's Shombasa and Duante who just continue to feel those warm tingles even after you've put your logs back on the crate, which means for your next roll, no matter what it is, you will get to add an additional success as a lingering effect. But you've loaded your things in this particular thing. Does anyone have a plan on how you're going to actually get it back?
Is the SUV drivable right now?
if you unburied it, probably.
Maybe we should try to
stuff.
Try to push it.
We could try to push it. I try to give it a push.
Want to do a group performance check? Everybody roll performance and see how many successes you get. I'm going to set a number in my head to see how many it's going to need to actually
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
Deep Freeze push a sleigh through the snow.
I'm fine. Yes, I can. I'm
This
fine with
is-
this.
And Shombasa's totally thinking about a video of us, a music video of us pushing a sleigh in the snow. All right. 0 successes.
Ooh, 2 successes.
One
So I
success.
guess that is a crit equivalent of a crit fail.
But do you
So you
add
have
one?
2. Huh?
Does
You get
Shombasa
to
get
add, you have
one?
1 success.
Oh, that's right. You have 1
automatically.
success.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah. So I have 1 success.
1,
Oh, that means 3
then
for me.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the challenge thing that I rated was a 6. So with 7 successes, you all, it's slow going, but as a group with perfect unity, you all, Deep Freeze is pushing a sleigh through the snow to back towards the inn. Like if cameras were on, like this would be a perfect moment to catch on film, to put in a video as a metaphor for how hard you've had to work as a group. And as you push that sleigh towards the end, you see Mama Mistletoe is standing there with 2 7-foot wolves. These are some giant wolves. One is light silver and the other one is shimmery white, and they're huge. Like they're 7 feet tall. That's not even say how long they are. They're big enough to have been pulling this sleigh, and they're just kind of sitting at her sides as she pets them, and she looks genuinely impressed as she sees you all pushing the sleigh. She's, I did not wow, look at the teamwork here. Scientifically this shouldn't be possible, but it is working. Wow, that's it's a night of mystery. All right. As you approach the mistress of merriment and memories, Mama Mistletoe is just standing there, and she starts to nod to you all. And says, "Okay, move, move, move. Get you something warm. I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get the wolves. Oh, this is
One
damaged."
question for you.
Yes.
Instead of the mixtape thing, can we keep one of these toasty warm things?
She says, "Let me show you something. I need each one of you to give me a good memory, a happy thought, or a precious moment." And she gathers 4 logs. Just think on it. Think on it. I'm in touch.
Well, my happy moment was the first time that my parents came to a tour when I first started performing a long time ago. They always dissuaded me from chasing dancing as a career. They never thought it would end up as anything, done. And they were very resistant. And one time I was performing and saw them in the crowd, and that was probably the happiest I've ever been.
Roll a passion.
All right. 0 successes.
How is that? Okay. Next person with the memory.
Duante's memory is one of his fondest memories is he was in the audience of like one of those like live video shows, and he got picked to as part of like the end of the show like dance party.
Nice.
He got picked to be part of it, and that's when like he always like seeing Shombasa dance got him inspired to be a dancer, but this is what inspired him like to perform for people, and that was when like he got the spark for it. But yeah, that's his fondest memory.
Roll a passion.
My passion again. Okay, yeah, that's good. All right. Can I also, because he has a really solid drive to do things, can I use that for my D4?
If that's where the heart of your talent
Yeah.
comes from. Yeah.
I won't need it because I got a 3.
Okay, well then.
Yeah. I'm fine with this roll.
All right. Felix.
I'm going to think about the first, like when we made our song together and it like came together at the end finally with all of us.
All right. Roll a passion.
One success.
Okay. And Areza.
She's going to think about their first performance together. It was a really nice moment for her, and she finally felt like she had like a solid group of friends. So,
Sweet.
Nice.
Roll the passion.
okay. No, I don't want that. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, I'm using like a. Okay, there we go. 3 successes.
All right. She says, interesting. Gathers the logs, which are now glowing gold, and moves them to her sleigh and puts each one in place. You won't actually need these. You felt it because that's already inside of you. But now that I have this, I can make sure I share that extra joy with the stars. Now, I will leave you with a blessing of sorts. And I'll make sure to send give like some passes to a couple of my employees to make sure they make it to your next comeback show. It's going to be amazing. I can already see it. Anyways, whew, clairvoyance. I'm so glad that my other half does that more than I do. Alrighty then. I wish you all blankets of heather to help cover you as you weather the storms of fortune and fate. May they be a clock to balance the scales. Keep an eye out for every snowdrop, and may they make your hearts full of hope. And as she speaks, you see these different flowers blooming around you all in a almost like a wreath-like pattern around the perimeter of where you're standing. Something green and new to inspire you as you venture forth into the unknown. May every battle be followed by the color and the resilience of pansies as you rest and recover and reflect on the peace and joy you are fighting to keep in this world. Though there may be difficulties, and you face so many difficulties on the road you have chosen, do not allow the challenges to make you frozen. And she winks. For there are opportunities in the shadow of every new door. So dare to look up and imagine a peak of red and green and a touch of mistletoe. And my affection and love and appreciation for you will only grow. And she tosses her head back and does a hearty little laugh and climbs up on the sleigh and says, "Oh, goodness, if I had more time, I'd let you get to know these two a little bit better, but they're a little bit angsty to get back home." And you see both of these wolves look equally unimpressed as she's like, "This is Cherry and this is Jasmine," and they look back at her like nobody cares. She's like, "Oh, okay, so we're doing attitude now," and they just both huff. And she's, "Oh, children, okay. Uh, enjoy the rest of your vacation. Get some good rest. Thank you so much. Looking forward to that mixtape." And then with that, and when you think back on this memory, maybe you'll think maybe you were dreaming. maybe this didn't really happen. But you see, she's sitting there one moment on this sleigh with all these golden logs in the back, and then she cracks the reins, and the wolves start running, and slowly they start ascending into the sky until they just look like a comet or a shooting star, and then fade into the night sky.
Wow. Hey, Ariza, can I definitely get one of those tarot readings? Because I'm a believer now.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I can do that, definitely.
As you go back in, there's some freshly baked bread in baskets on the table. There's the dog and cat are still sleeping near the fireplace. They haven't budged. You do see the auntie is coming down the stairs in her little house coat and all of her white hair and these she's tried to curl it up, but there's really not that much to curl. So there are curlers on her head as she looks and says, "Oh, why did you get up super early? I didn't make any breakfast yet."
No. We had a completely normal night. We're just excited. We're just up and excited.
We wanted to practice our new single in the snow.
Yeah, and we were actually, you might you ever been in a video? You ever been in anything? You want to be in some background shots?
What's the video?
Okay.
Is it those moving pictures I've heard
A
about?
moving picture, yeah. They're in color now, But yes, a moving picture.
Do you think
Yeah.
so? I used to have people come and they would paint. I was younger then, but they'd say, "Can I make a portrait of you?" And I'd say, "Of course you can." And then they would paint me, and then they would leave. But I have always been a muse, I think, for a lot of people. And then I got older. But I'm only 200, so I think I'm still relatively young.
What? Only 200? Man, you look beautiful.
Yeah. You don't look a day over 175 to me.
Really?
I'm gonna make pancakes for breakfast.
How about if you're interested, we can try to teach you a short little dance move, maybe just a short little choreography. Because we were working on this song, old to the new. And it'd be cool. You could kind of represent the old and you're doing these moves and then the new, so if you're interested.
Oh my goodness. Well, only if you promise to not continue being sad over being Mozart's last resort and just stay for a couple of days. And I'm sure you could have a nice vacation here. I can teach you how to quilt.
Well, we still need to get there. Unfortunately, our label is expecting us to be there. We should have asked. And then he recognizes that Shombasa does not want to mention any of this stuff to these people. So he's like, we should have asked. Yeah. So hopefully you can give us some directions to this place.
What if it doesn't exist? Or what if it's worse than this place? If it's not good, will you come back and see us?
Of course we will.
I'm kind of fine with just staying here for our vacation, honestly. It's kind of cozy, homely.
Yeah, but Clement will be mad at I'm assuming they already paid for this other place. How do we explain
whatever that? Clement has offered us doesn't have a cat, and I holds up the cat.
It's true. It does not have a cat, but I don't know. I mean, maybe if we contact her and say, "Hey, can you cancel?" That I just don't want to get in trouble with the label, I guess is what I'm saying.
Well, if you were out of... She looks around, looks to the left, looks to the right. Well, if you had poor cell service and got lost in the middle of the night, how could you have contacted them? Shh. I don't know. I'm just going to go bake something.
Wow. Now, like Shombasa is thinking like, does she have a jammer? Like, does she have a signal jammer or something? Like, and he's like, all right. He's like, well, I mean, it's got to be a group decision. Like, do y'all want to stay here?
I'm fine with it. I like.
Yeah,
Out here.
I don't have an issue.
I felt more inspired here than I have in a really long time. I was thinking my second song in my head, and I think we should stay.
Oh, your song, not our song. You wrote your song.
No, I said I'm thinking of a second song today.
You're already thinking of going solo?
What? Did I say mine? I thought I said That was my bad. Sorry.
Okay. I got my eye on you. Solo rap songs already being written.
Already planning that mixtape.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess, if the group's if I'm down with what y'all say, so yeah, let's do that. Let's just stay then.
The decision you make to spend the rest of your 3-day vacation, where Clement has not been able to get in contact with you or hasn't tried to get in contact with you for the 3 days that you are in this world. You get spoiled up the wazoo, but you still have to do some stuff for yourself way. Like, she'll cook you breakfast and stuff, but someone's got to help her with the dishes. She's one person. And Uncle goes and shows some of you the horses and some of the gardens, and it's a whole resort experience that you may or may not have actually think. There's periods of time that you can write, and it's just a place of joy and recovery for a group. And you feel kind of good about yourselves as you get ready to climb back in the SUV. I'm assuming Shombasa is going to drive again. Who's got shotgun?
Yeah, I'm driving.
Okay. And Oleandra is there to help you put your suitcases in the SUV, and by help, she's toddled down from her cabin so that she can ride a suitcase from the door.
I 100% let them ride that suitcase.
This sounds so fun. Like, it sounds really fun.
100%.
And she's, oh, you've got to come back and visit again. And what was that thing that you told me that I have to watch so that the people love you more?
You have to watch us on the Instagram and TikTok. Make sure you like and subscribe to our videos. Okay?
I don't know if our phone can do that. It's on connected to a pole. But I will definitely tell my clock every time it says TikTok. I will say your name, and I will hope, and I'll say I really like them.
You're so pure, and I love you.
Oh, you come back and see me, and bring down the horse cart suitcase.
I'll make sure I bring this, and I load up the suitcase, and I lean down, I give her a hug, and I head inside the SUV.
All right.
So, as I said, there is a place where the snowdrops grow, peeking like sentries from a dusting of snow, and this is where whispers of heather cap pink against white, with shimmers of purple in all the right sunlight. Pansies appear, colorful and bright, in a valley of memories of beautiful sights. This is the valley of winter's dream, where you just spent time between the mountains glint and the mountains gleam. And this is where our story began. In the heart's hearth of our heroes, as new memories of merriment found a home in the stories of time with happy endings. And it is a happy ending. You get back to the studio, your next album, you do a half album, then you do a full album. Like, you get the support. You don't know where it's coming from. You get new songwriters. And they even ask you for the songs that you wrote, which is a huge change. And Two Quilt Life becomes a hit.
Sweet.
Nice.
Because I'm all about that two quilt life. Because sometimes in my life the fire goes out. Dancing in the snow can't make the print stick, but here we are, deep freeze, and we just won't quit. Like you just
Bars.
you have your other album, Can't Split the Party. Bring the Sage. There's all of these. That one's a little bit more metal, but you've managed to add like combined like a trap beat with a metal theme where Reza really
Alright.
gets to belt,
Trap
and
metal. Yeah.
With that.
yelling about "We push the sleigh through the snow," just there's no place we cannot go. And you really start to make a difference and get some international acclaim as well. So we ran a little bit over, but we're still going to do our player epilogues and our character epilogues and player outros. So tell us a little bit about what your character's epilogue would be, and then who you are and where we can find you. We'll start with Areza.
So I'd like to think that Areza, she's stuck with Deep Freeze for a while. And eventually she did decide to go solo with her stuff, but she also still did some side things with Deep Freeze. She decided to rebrand herself. She keeps the goth aesthetic, but she also adds weird Christmas e-girl in there. I can't even explain it, but like it's year round. So it's strange, but like she finds herself, and she just spends the rest of her life kind of just doing music and making people happy with it. But as far as me, my name is Breeedo, and you can find me on Twitter at Breeedo_, doing some TTRPG stuff, cosplay, illustration, things like that. And you can also catch me in a couple of games that I'm doing as well. So yeah, that's me, and I had a lot of fun today. So thank you for asking me to come on. I appreciate it.
What about Shombasa?
Shombasa, eventually figures out that he is basically done for as a performer. So he kind of retires from performing, but he still stays as like sort of a dance consultant, I guess. So he's the person that like interviews new dancers, trains them, like he makes sure, so he kind of goes in more of a back role, so he's not like in the front anymore. But he's definitely on there for Two Quilt Life and that other stuff for sure. But like eventually, yeah, he's like more of a managerial role to bring in the new talent and that kind of thing. So yeah, and I'm Shareef. You find me at Shareef Jackson, all social networks, ShareefJackson.com for links to everything that I do. Catch on Sunday, we'll have our season finale of Rivals of Waterdeep, which is the D&D show that I do on Twitch. So that's Sundays at noon Central on twitch.tv /Rivals of Waterdeep. And you can check, we have an audio podcast and we're on YouTube and all that stuff as well. It'll be the close of season 8, which is pretty exciting. We've been going for a little bit now, which is pretty exciting. So check me out there.
Felix.
Felix does stay with the band for a while, tries to cling everyone together, even when Shombasa is like, it's my time to go. And then eventually does accomplish his dreams of being a rapper, and then goes to also host a few children's shows at the same time. And I'm Joji, Agust J, Spitfire Sensei on Instagram. Yeah, thank you.
And last but certainly not least, Duante.
Duante, when Shombasa said that he was retiring, he took it really hard because that was the person that got him into dancing. But he stuck with the group for a while, but then he did go he tried to do his solo gig again, and he became definitely one of those dancing rapper kind of guys who does a lot of dancing stuff along with his music, and that's how he got big. But he always, it's like every year on the dot, he makes sure that Deep Frozen has two things. One, they go back to the village for their yearly Christmas excursion.
Oh,
Two,
I like
they
that.
always put out one holiday track as a group.
Yes.
Like, he makes sure they do that every
Yeah.
single year.
Oh, I
And
love that.
you can find me. I'm your boy Wally. You can find me on Twitter at Wally132, WALLE132. You can find me playing games over on various streams. And yeah, thank you so much for inviting me to play with you guys. I had so much fun.
Yeah, this is great.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in and for still sticking with us through everything. I had a wonderful, wonderful time running this, and you guys were basically my test group for this system. So I'm very, very happy how that actually played out. You were all amazing. I love this story so much. I like to imagine that Clement had to retire and that position was open for Shombasa, someone that could actually help, the
Sweet.
group. And,
Yes, I totally see that. I totally see that.
Everyone gets a map, whether they ask for it or not. Yeah, for sure.
And like some Kodak cameras and
a
probably
map
one of
and
your
a one
albums.
shot.
Did they
You
get
get a map
sponsored
and a
by
one
Kodak?
shot.
Do you think they got sponsored by Kodak?
Yes, you get sponsored by Kodak. I think at one point, you did a whole album where the thing was you just took Kodak pictures, and that was used for
Kodak
everything.
presents.
The
Kodak
video
presents.
was actually made up of us just taking Kodak pictures, and they took every single Kodak picture and made a whole video out of it.
There you go. So anyways, I'm Honey, aka Honey and Dice. You can find me on Twitter at Honey and Dice. You can find me on Instagram at Honey and Dice, but I don't put anything there. I just didn't want anyone to take the name. I run games, I play games, I write games, and I'm just so very excited for everyone who is participating in this charity stream. Because it's for a good cause, and I got to play with some people I've never been able to play with before, and who I simply adore. So thank you all. Remember to love your you. Remember also, I guess, hashtag deep freeze paw gang. That's,
Paw gang.
that's a new thing, but you'll save the dab. But yes, remember to love your you. And if that's hard to do for whatever reason, it's okay. Because it's okay to not be okay. And it's okay to be okay. Celebrate your successes and make sure you get that support through your challenges and have the people around you that do the exact same thing for and with you. If they're not there when you're having a hard time, I'd be a little suspicious if they're only there during the good time. So take care of yourself, love yourself. And if nobody tells you this today, and you can't tell yourself this, I love you and I thank you and have a wonderful rest of your day.